Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
Hey, it's a special episode.
Oh. It's a secret episode.
It's a
I don't know if it's special. They do this a lot.
I know. Well, they've calmed it down a little bit. We've calmed down the
true.
secret layers. It's been 2 in the last month though, so it has kicked it up a little bit here. But yeah.
Thank you, Wizards.
Yeah. Hey, we're not late. I was hoping, Renshai, I'm waiting for you to say that during the intro so I can hit this button.
A wizard is never late.
This is my
Nor
favorite
is he
button.
early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
But you don't say it until later, and then it's all distracting and it doesn't work and all that fun stuff. So, episode 285, and good for you, Renshai, for pulling that Jeweled Lotus border breaking motherfucker foil everything. Oh, hit it, Larry.
Oh,
There you go. I got it.
You.
Of course,
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. I like that one better than the original one. Like, it just looks freaking fantastic. So the only thing he could have done better was getting the textured foil of that one, but that's whatever. Maybe you should try again.
Yeah, buy another box.
Yeah, get another box.
Buy another box, French.
No whammy, no whammy, no
Look at
whammy.
Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah.
Didn't realize you're a Scrooge McDuck over there.
So episode 285, it's a Secret Lair episode. Besides the Secret Lair, we got it's the Commander deck, whatever. What else are we doing? What is the rest of this episode going to be, Lau?
We have a Stump the Smith Savant, and who is presented their card for me to defeat.
Matt Sampson is
Bring it.
Bring
it, Samson.
We have another the proxy because Larry just is on a roll of losing because he's now 64-22, and he was under 20 losses a month ago, but he just keeps losing. But this will be the new Nazgul proxy is going to be up for grabs here. So,
well, I'll tell you today I'm drinking Popeye's version of spinach and drinking, so should be good.
But by the way, this is for you, Lau.
I struggle when I'm sober. I struggle when I'm sober.
Can I get that as a ringtone?
I got to my notes because I wrote it on, writing this episode down. And I was like starred and circled, like, fine 4 minutes in. And so I went and did that like about an hour
That's
ago.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one for
sure.
sure.
To do for that one. Let me do that one again.
I struggle when I'm sober.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
We should say this. So Mr. Hockey donated 3 regular shots. If somebody wants to get it, a donation in for Malort one, so $15 donation, we will switch those 3 shots down to 2 Malorts. So that'll equal 3 Malorts total. And if you so wish to see us, otherwise we got a 3 regs. No worries.
Yeah, we'll
be good and licked up.
Give it a little time, and if you want to have Lowry sleep in the basement, you can pop it up to a 4 Malort night. So 4 Malort nights make Lowry sleep in the basement. So that's
yeah. And then we have at the end, so we're gonna do Stump the Smith Savant after the Secret Lair, and then at the end we're gonna do Staple Versus. It's gonna be Vandalblast, which is against Consulate Crackdown, right? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Consulate Crackdown.
I kind of blanked on it. So it's a white enchantment. I like it, but I understand that people don't use it a lot. So that's gonna be the Staple Versus at the end.
Yeah.
How's your week?
Good. Just working on the cat.
How's your back?
I didn't.
You didn't really do the shoveling, did you? You had like a machine do it?
No, that was my fucking.
You were shoveling all that?
Hell yes, I did. I didn't get the good for you button ready, but I didn't mention it last week. But we closed.
Good for you.
We sold our place in Florida, as you guys know, back in July. And now we bought a place in Brainerd, which is about an hour and 45 minutes north of where we are here. Got a cabin on a lake. Oh, good for you. All that fun stuff. Yep. So we've been going up there.
Good for you.
We've been going up there nonstop, trying to get it ready so we can start renting it out here as soon as possible. One thing we needed was sand because the beach was kind of washed away. And we got 14 yards, which is just one huge dump truck, one full load. They dumped it in the driveway. There was no way they could get it to the beach because there just isn't enough room on the sides of the house.
And it's so heavy and
so I
yards.
Brought my wheelbarrow up last weekend and I started, hauling it over. And I was like, oh, this is going to go by in no time. That was so fucking long. And so I was like, oh, you know what? Cindy will be up here later tonight. I'll go buy a 2-wheelbarrow so that Cindy can help. She can go and I can go. I put it all together. Guess who didn't help?
Oh,
no, she was doing other things. She was actually getting the other the stuff put away and all that. But 50 loads of sand.
Get that.
I don't. Do I have any?
Oh, hold on. There we go. That person?
I just want bang, bang, bang. So yeah, the 50 loads from driveway to the beach, that took probably 7-8 hours in. Like it takes so long, and I'm almost halfway done. So I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. So,
all right.
Yeah. So next SmithCon is going to be at the cabin. No, I'm just kidding. It is not.
It's not you don't have enough space.
Yeah. So other than that, that's all I've been doing. You kind of took over and did what'd you do last? Did you do no?
That's a good question.
No, you didn't do anything last week for the videos that's coming up this week. But what'd you do last week?
We did our deck.
Yes, we did our deck
stuff.
Yes,
we're gonna talk about that in the tags.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do anything fun this weekend? No.
Probably. Did I?
Oh, you fasted. How was that fasting, dude? You went 36
Hold on.
hours.
Let's had the first date in a while with the gal.
Cute.
Because it was our anniversary at the Dells weekend.
Congratulations.
7 years, I think.
I think.
But we went to you can get the
I got it ready.
So Kirsten, we went to go look at vehicles, and Kirsten decided that we're going to get a new car.
Oh, good for you.
There we go. So sometime this week it's going to happen. Should be nice. Should be nice. It's like a Hyundai.
Did you guys go see Barbie? Wasn't that what you guys saw?
And then we went to dinner. There's a place in St. Louis Park, delicious Indian food called Taste of India. If you're in the city area, go get it. It's so good.
Been there before. Yes, it is.
It's so good. There's, I think, a place in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
That's where I went. Yep, Minneapolis. Yep.
So goddamn good.
Yep.
And then we went and saw Barbie, which was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was unexpected. Like I thought it was gonna be like just dumb comedy kind of. I mean, it was still dumb comedy, but there was like a message to it, so it was kind of.
Right. Well, I mean,
a big
deeply
message.
Embedded.
Yeah,
message, for sure.
It's
social commentary.
It's like
for sure.
huge message in it. But yeah, it was super fun. I did get, when I saw it, I got anxiety because we went to, it was packed. It was sold out everywhere when we were going like the weekend.
We had a full theater. It wasn't sold out like every seat, but it was the fullest I've seen in a long time.
And ours was like one of the big IMAX kind of theaters. It wasn't IMAX, but it's almost as big as that. And I just felt claustrophobic because there were so many people. I was like, I haven't been in a movie theater this packed in years. You know, I go to movies, but it was crazy how full it was. But yeah, we enjoyed that too. So sounds like you guys had a good date day. So
yeah.
And then you're planning, like we've been hearing from the Discord, both of us are going to try to get our kids to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everybody's been raving about that. So that's the next go-to. I might try this next weekend too. Yeah, we might try to do that too. He said like a wall of pink in the seats. Yes, I was like one of the very few. It's gonna pop up here. I was one of the very few that was not wearing pink. Was everybody wearing pink in your theater?
Well, so again, haven't been to a theater in a long time, and we took the top row on like the clicking the screen thing.
Yeah,
and that ends up being
in the front
rows. So we were We were in front of everybody. I didn't really see anybody behind us.
So did you have to like turn, like that's what I was having to do with the big screen is I was like, something was happening to the left. So my head was here and then something happened. Like I literally had to turn my head because the screen was so freaking big. You had to have that because
we didn't
so
do
close.
IMAX. It was,
No,
but
you were
was
that close. You would think
it's
you'd
right
have to
on
be.
top of you. If there was something happening like in the top corners, I didn't see it. So,
dude, a lot happened in the movie in the top corners. You missed a lot.
Did they?
Yeah.
Damn it!
You're gonna have to go back.
Gotta go again. Gotta go again.
All right, let's get to things here. We got a long episode. Well, we're gonna try to make it a short episode. We'll see if we can.
We'll see.
All right, you guys can become a patron by donating $1 or more. That gets you on the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. The higher you move up on that, you could get foil proxies if you choose them, like this little guy right here. That's the Stump the Smith Savant, a little entry there, or winning, whatever. So that is a financial way to support the show. Just so you know, all the donations and stuff like that, we are working at getting the store up and running. So all of that is going to help us get everything running with the store. There's a lot of upfront stuff that we got to get going, like that mug that Lowry is drinking out of, and this mug here. We're going to try to get these bad boys up and running for sale here very soon. So that helps us out. So that is a financial way to support the show. The other way you can financially support the show is jump on YouTube and donate the shots, like Lowry mentioned with the Ibukaki. We're having to take shots here in a little bit. You can make us take Malort shots, which are terrible. But at the same point, you're donating to us, but you're making us do tricks or whatever tricks. We're dogs. We're whatever. we're Malort whores is what we are. So that is the financial way to support the show. The free way to support the show is just to subscribe to YouTube, our channel, watch our videos, like them, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You can also follow us on TikTok. That's another place you guys can support us as well. We have tons of videos that go on. For example, last week, not only did we have multiple curated MTGs, which we'll talk about your one that's going to be coming tomorrow. Maybe. Do you remember? Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that in a sec. Well, why don't you tell us that before we get to the other videos we did? What was Okay, let me get to what we did last week. So we started with the Lord of the Rings. We did the budget commander deck. So the pre-cons, we do a budget of $20, and each of us takes a deck, and then in this case, there are 4 decks again. So we each took 2, and we added $20 max budget to the decks, took out cards, told you why we took them out, added cards in, and then at the end, we had an unlimited section. So if you have an endless supply of money or your toolbox is very thick,
oh, good for you.
You get a little bit of bonus with some of the cards that we would add there. So check those videos out because the funny thing is I'm surprised. Like Lord of the Rings, I could see the food deck was the most popular. But going into this, it seems like the enchantment deck is the most popular. So that's the one that's been getting a lot of clicks on. And then I followed up by Eldrazi and then Slivers. And then the last is the Planeswalker one. But check those videos out. Like we have, it's only 20 minutes long. One's at just over 20 minutes. Yep. Everything else is under. So check those videos out. Curated MTG. What is your curated MTG for this week, Lowry? One of them.
Monstrosity of the Lake. Let's see if we can. This is the one that when it ETBs, you can pay 5 and tap all of your opponent's creatures and put a stun counter on it. Also, it has island cycling for 2. So basically talking about like it can go into a cycle deck because it has cycling, and you can do it in a reanimator or a blink deck. I mean, you could put it in whatever deck you want for sure. But like if you put this thing in a Brago deck, you blink it and you have 5 mana open a lot easier than 5 to cast it, 5 for the ability, which is 10. So if you blink it every turn, you're just able to tap down everybody's creatures.
It's all opponents, right? All opponents.
All opponents.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So you get a way to just tap everybody's stuff down. There you are, Josh. There you are, right in the nick of time.
That's what he said he was going to do. Surprise, bitches.
Great.
He got us.
Great.
He got us.
I thought I was going to just have some good rum.
I was actually
what
I was going to say was once we started the Secret Lair talk, I was going to be like, all right, if no one donates, we're just going right into regular shots. So
doing it.
we
Great.
got
All right,
three
switch
Malort
it. Three Malorts. Great.
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 I'll give a little interesting tidbit to that card is, I got all those collector booster boxes. Oh, good for me.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
I probably opened one of those. So to fill my collection out, I had to buy multiples of those, because I wanted each version and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that one, for some reason, just wasn't in my 8 boxes that I got. So I don't know if it's kind of a cool, it
was in the Commander precons.
Oh, is that why? Okay. That's
Yeah.
probably why.
So you might have had, if you didn't did you buy the precons?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you're
that's
trying
part
to
of
get all
the,
cards,
that's part of the whole set. Yeah. So there's some, there's some fucking things I'm not going to be able to get, like the Gandalf the White promo card.
Okay.
I don't know if this is true. Somebody had it on Facebook. Like they're finally for sale. Like I've been looking and I'm like, okay, cool. They're up thousands of dollars. And then somebody on Facebook had said, this is one of 7 that they've made. I'm like, what? I never knew they were only making 7. There's no way I didn't see that anywhere that they were just doing.
Yeah, no
7.
hype on that at all.
Yeah. So then it's Gandalf the White promo. And then there's a Saruman of Many Colors promo. That's a player championship, store championship. Those are going for about $150 to $200. There's so much freaking value in that set. Anyways, where was I? Videos. Oh, one more thing. Promote your spotlight deck that you're going to be doing either Wednesday or Thursday. You're going to be doing the enchantment deck.
Let's just say it's Thursday. I'm going to do the enchantment deck, but Onyxia, Hand of Erebos, where whenever it ETBs or attacks, you can exile an enchantment from your graveyard to put a 3/3 zombie version of it into play. And I'll be building that deck. I've been working it down. I'm down to about 200 cards where I'll be starting with. Shut up.
I'm down.
I had like 300 plus. I've been whittling it down, putting the work in already.
Cool story.
So work your way through it with me. Hopefully it only,
It'll be a
it'll
3
last
hour.
only like 2-3 hours. I got the stamina for that. We'll see.
Oh yeah, nice. So the big thing there on all the videos is just make sure you guys watch those and like them, especially the shorts. The like is the big thing. The big thumbs up and watching them all the way through.
Right.
That is a big help there. And you can watch any of the short stuff on TikTok. So if you're over there as well, check that out. So that is a free way to support the show. You can check us out on X. Twitter, I don't know. Check us out there. We post things there. We have followers. It's been the same number, fluctuating for the last 2 years. We haven't gone anywhere. We're just, if you're there and you're not a part of the Discord yet, just do $1, and then you're part of the Discord. You're with the cool people, and
I think that's just the better.
It's $1.
You don't have to pay for X, but nobody's there for us anyway. So might as well hang out on the Discord with us, or just go to TikTok.
Yeah.
Because we're on there too.
Yeah. Or YouTube. It's be easier in the communication, all that fun stuff. All right. Okay. So that's that. And now we have also, you can email us at commandersmiths@gmail.com. Let's get into, hang on. Let me get the card preview up. We should get our shots ready. And I should hit
you're right on that too. All right, Malort. All right. I got to see there. You have to come into this like with a good mental state. And I'm not there right now.
But here we go.
It's a secret. All right.
I had to shorten that button down, by the way, for those of you that know the Secret Lair breakpoint. It normally starts this way. Secret. But if it goes over 8 seconds, we get flagged for it. So I had to make a shorter version of it, and that's what the other one is. So that's... it was gold. It was freaking awesome. And now I have to shorten it down, but whatever. Okay, so we also have the repaying debt, so let's just hit that. A Smith always pays his debts. I don't let that one go because, dude, and I'm going to say this, and it's going to happen because I'm saying it now, but we haven't had my blowout of my audio going, knock on wood.
Why would you say that?
It's been a long time since we've had that happen, and I'm glad that it figured itself out. I don't know what the problem was, but
I mean, we made adjustments.
all right. So our first one
All
is
right.
going to
This one's to
Ibukaki.
Mr. Hockey, the booker.
He books hockey. He's very good at it.
Books hockey. All right. Cheers. Ugh.
I always am like gonna fight. It's like a ugh.
I wish I had like something like a punching bag. And just take aggression out on it.
All right. I am opening the one that I had from last week. It is that morning dreams. That's the dreamsicle one. That is my.
I got a new one. I haven't seen it, or I haven't had it in quite a long time, but it is from Dangerous Man Brewing, which is a brewery downtown Minneapolis. Peanut butter porter. And it's not as good in the can as it is on, from the keg, but that's almost true for everything. But this flavor was, cause it was my favorite beer.
That's you on the can.
No, it's close. I don't have the hat here, but my
It
brother
looks like
has
you.
a.
It looks like you.
It's not balding enough on there. But the flavoring for the beer went into one of we had cheesecake at our wedding, and the flavoring of this beer was in a couple of our cheesecakes for everybody. It was a delicious cheesecake as well.
I was hammered, so I don't remember that.
Right. You split your pants.
Yeah.
So
that's what I do.
They're a good pair of pants too.
I still have my slacks from that. Oh, speaking of, this is my picture that sits on my. Oh, light! Don't fall! Don't do it! Hang on! Look at this! Look at this handsome duo right here! Boom!
Oh, hey!
Look at that!
Yeah.
It sits on my desk.
That is my wedding. Those pants, his pants don't exist anymore. Those are.
Also, look, I didn't have a belt.
No, you didn't. That was what the suspenders was for.
No, but everybody else had a belt when we did the pictures. Like you're supposed to have like a decorative belt that we went around or whatever, and I was the only one that didn't have a belt. So we kind of.
I don't think I said anything.
No, I think
I don't think I had a belt either. Did I?
I think you did. I don't know, because we did ones with the jackets off. So then it was
No, I think the suspenders was a replacement for.
It should be, but I remember mine was the only, I was the only person that didn't have the belt around or whatever. Anyways, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get to this.
You were
secret.
obviously traumatized by that incident.
Yeah, it's still in my mind. All right, so we have our secret lair. This is kind of a surprise one where they occasionally sneak these in here, but at the Twin Cities, what was it? The Magic Fest. They had mentioned there when they announced the Cute to Brute Commander deck that they were going to do, I think it was 4 or 5 of them the rest of the year. So that this is number 2 at this point. Yeah. So this is not going to be a only time thing. They're going to do, maybe it's
4 months left.
Maybe it's 4 then. Cause if you think of that was what?
So then every 2?
Yeah. So that was May.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we'll see what they pop in here. So anyways, we have a new one that they are going to be releasing on the 10th. And this will be a limited supply of this. And it's Angels. They're just like us, but cooler and with wings. What we're going to do here is we're going to go through. So if you don't know what the breakpoint is, what we're doing is we're going to kind of go through and tell you what the price is of this, like basically comparing it to what's out there and giving you a price. And depending on how many you need to buy is your breakpoint to break even or start getting one for free. So like, for example, if the breakpoint was 3, what that means is if you bought 3 of a certain secret layer, by the time you get that third one, you'll get 1 of those free. So then if you bought 4 of them, everything's profit from that point forward. So that's what the breakpoint is. We're going to go through this. So, Lowry, why don't you kick it off with whatever we got to do here? Let's just start going through.
Whatever. I don't know. We're making this shit up as we're going. Okay. So this is the 3rd total secret layer commander deck that they've come out with. First was flip coin. Second was flip card. And this one is Angels mono white. And I am assuming I don't even know who the commander really is on this. I guess
These two.
Okay, so
these two. Yep.
these two, but they don't have. So it could be either one.
Oh yeah.
But-
You're right. Yep. Yep.
So you have 5 special arts like all the other previous ones that they're foiled, and the first 2 that we'll talk about, which will probably be the commanders of the deck, is Bruna the Fading Light and Gisela the Broken Blade. They are the ones that meld together. If you so wish, the other 3 special art foils are going to be Archangel of Thune, which is the gaining life and put in a 1/1 counter on each of your creatures. You have Court of Grace, which is lacking, but that's the Monarch.
It's
If you
a
have
good card. It
for it.
just
Right.
it never really took off. It's not
Right.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Commander's Plate, which is the one that can give your commander +3/+3 and protection from all the colors that it isn't.
yeah. That's
And this is from the original Commander Legends.
which same with a Court of Grace is also from Commander Legends. So these two
Oh, that's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
came from the same.
So,
okay, let's
those
break
cards are pretty dope.
let's break
I
these
got-
down really quick. So
All right.
Bruna is not as expensive. You could find these bad boys for about $12 or so. So I'm guessing with this Flart full art, we're probably looking at a $15 to $20 range. It could be more than that because using it as your commander. Gisela is the one that's this one's the money maker right there. The cheapest foil version of her, and it's not full art foil and all that. But that's $57. I'm not thinking it's going to be there. I try to add in
probably not.
Guess where I think things will settle at. I think this is probably closer to that 40 range. It could go higher than that over time. That's also a side note with these breakpoints and the numbers we're giving out here. Think of that as like a 10 to 16 month range is when things start to ripen and or mature. As soon as these get delivered, sure, a lot of people will sell at the top price right away. But as everybody starts getting them in the mail, the price goes down and then it comes back up as over time because these are a limited time that they're being sold. So again,
only so many people are going to buy them. People are going to pick up the singles as well. And once the market dries up, that's when it
starts to go back up.
When you're going to start getting
the main
upward
guys going up.
trends.
Yep. Also, Archangel of Thune is a big one. Non-foil. So the cheapest one you can find of her, which is not a full art foil or full art foil, it's just
regs.
Regular is $30. So she, I'm guessing, is going to be more around that 45 range is where I'm guessing. Could be higher than that. That is where the foils are for the regular Archangel of Thune. Court of Grace, it's about a $10 card. You're not really going to, it might go higher than that because it's a full art, but we're going to say 10. Commander's Plate is also a huge one. And I love this art. This is a lot better than the original.
The stained class version is really cool.
Yep.
Sure.
And this one non-foil again. So the cheapest version of Commander's Plate is $30 at this point. So you're looking at probably about $40 for the Commander's Plate here.
The Commander's Plate was in the flip coin deck too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It
not
was.
this art or foiled,
just
but
a regular.
was in there.
Yep. And so with all of those, and we should add in, let's talk about this last card, not the tokens. Let's talk about her because this is also
there is a new card that's coming in here. It's called Ardent Angel. It's 4/2 white, has flying, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if it's in your graveyard, roll a 4-sided die.
Your favorite.
If the result is 1, put it from the graveyard into the battlefield.
So it's not crazy. It's just meh, but it hasn't been in this is the first time.
First time it's being printed.
Yep.
Yeah. What's its power toughness? 4/4?
4/4, yeah.
4/4.
So it's nothing crazy. It's 6. Like this is way overpriced and all that. So I didn't get overcosted. I didn't go crazy with this. I said it was probably around between that, it's special. So I was like, maybe 20, maybe 20, maybe. But I the rolling the 4-sided dice. Don't you like that, Lowry? Rolling the dice?
Nope. I'm gonna have to go. I would have to go and get a new type of dice. I do not have 4.
I don't either. Okay, so in total, with just the main special cards, And that doesn't include the display cards there. Actually, no. Let's add that in too. Display cards, $10 each. You're getting, they didn't actually say, but it's 2 of them. So it's going to be these 2. Like that's what it is. It's the flip ones. They didn't say which ones were the ones necessarily that I saw.
What do you mean the 2 hard?
Yeah, the thicker,
like the hard thick cards.
Yeah.
So Cute to Brute, all 5 of them have display. 2 double face display cards.
So it's got to
it'll
be
be
those
the 2.
Yep. So $10 a piece. That's what I was selling the thick ones for Cute to Brute. So you're looking at $180 for just the main stuff. Now remember, this is a $150 deck. So just selling these cards, if you were looking to sell or make a profit, you already make a profit just off of selling the main guys. And really it is Commander's Plate, Archangel Thune, and Gisela is where you make your money. I mean, that's 40, 45, 40. You're almost at that 150 mark right there. So, okay. So then we move down.
The other thing I think we should point out a little bit. So the first flip coin deck was half foil. And then the flip card one was only foil for the 5 special arts. The rest of the deck is not foil. This one is similar. So you got the 5 special art foils, and then you have 30 basic planes that will be foil. Then nothing else is foil. I'm wondering if the reason why the double or the flip coin deck was so delayed was because of the foiling, and they decided to simplify what's going on.
Probably a good point. Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Because I think we mentioned it before, is with that, they had to do different sheets. It couldn't just be, here's a sheet of just this deck. You had, of half and half or whatever. But the weird thing is the wording here is 30 first time traditional foil planes. Yeah. So I don't know if it's his art. It's by Rob Alexander. He only has 1 planes. I can pull it up really quick just so you can see it. I don't know. This is the only planes that he has. So I don't know if that's what's happening there, but that's just speculation.
Or it's new art.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe new art.
The other thing that I'm thinking of right now was, obviously the last deck was flip cards, so all of it was foil. It was the 5 new arts, both sides were foiled. But in the flip coin one, they were also double-sided new arts on both sides. So it wasn't a flip card.
Yeah.
Right. So Crux Thumb had double-sided new art for both of them, foiling. Same thing with Propaganda. The red and green partners. I don't remember the 5th one, but they were all. It was Propaganda had 2
different
new arts. Yeah, both foiled. Both it was so. I would put my money that that's happening here with the non-flip card ones as well. Do you think? Or would we have gotten that art? I can't remember far enough back for the flip coin ones if we got both arts.
Wait, say that again then? That you're thinking.
So the court and the Archangel of Thune potentially have new art.
Yes.
2-sided.
Yeah. Oh no, they won't be 2. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So Propaganda had 2 art, both sides.
Yeah.
Foiling.
Cute to Brute was a flip, so no, because they would show it here.
They would have showed
it here because I'm pretty sure when we did the flip coin, you saw both arts. So I'm
that's
guessing,
what I don't remember, but
I did as you were talking. That's why I was a little distracted. I didn't hear you the first time. I did read this is the first time. So it's more than just the 5 there. You're also getting 5 other foils, first time traditional foil reprints. None of these are expensive ones, but it says first time traditional foil reprints, Angel of Finality, Angel of Ruins, Breathkeeper's Dawnbreaker Reclaimer, and Valkyrie. So none of those are on my above $10 list. So it's not really anything to note, but it is by Scott Fisher is going to be doing the art. So that'll be, oh, nope, that's for the other one. Sorry. Okay. But there's going to be 5 more foils. Not that that's a big deal because those aren't expensive cards. But what are expensive there is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that we have that are over $10 that they added into this deck. So
Okay.
we are also getting Archangel of Tithes, which is a $15 card. These are gonna be normal. None of these are in foil. We have Sarah Ascendant, which is an expensive card at this point. It's a commander staple. I mean, it's freaking a killer because one drop, four. Is it 5+5? I think it's 5+ or 4+.
Yeah, it turns
5.
into like a 5/5 or a 6/6.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
flying lifelink. So that's a $20 card. You have Pearl Medallion that did just get reprint in the Commander Masters. If it hadn't been printed there, that would be a lot more expensive card.
Yeah,
At the
true.
moment, it's $12. Urza's Incubator is also a $20 card. Amiria, the Sky Ruin, is $15. And Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. That's a huge reprint there. That's a $31 card. So you're getting $113 in just those cards in regular printing. That's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
For those. And then you have about $40 of $5 to $10 cards, and then about $40 to $60 of cards around $1 to $5. So value wise, I guess we should add one more thing. There is 10 double-sided or double-faced tokens, but those are in non-foil, so I don't think you're going to get too much with those.
Just regular.
Yeah, they're regular, double-sided, and there's another. Hang on, let me get down to it. There is all of them. So you do get the City's Blessing, the Angel, the different angel arts, a Griffin, Spirit. I thought there was one more. Oh, yeah, they each have a. So yeah, Johnny's Primate, a Warrior token. What else we got? Soldier token. But the thing is you get these in a lot of the double-sided tokens like that are just in like any other product. So, I mean, I guess if the art's different, but they're not foil. So I don't really add a lot of value there. But, okay. So that's everything. Now I totaled everything up. So we have $180 worth of stuff from the main, the main cards, the cool new art, flip side stuff. You have about $40 in the lands, the tokens, and I don't know. I think 40's probably pushing it a little bit because unless you sold all those lands as a bunch, that's what I was kind of thinking about. So that's probably pushing a little bit, but the cards that are between $1 or $10 or more, that's 113. 5 to 10 is 40, and like I mentioned there, that's 193, which is the grand total gives you $413. That's before shipping, that's before fees, but that does give you a breakpoint of 2. So, like, let me get my calculator out right now because I can do the.
I mean, basically, you're saying sit down. If you buy 2, you can sell 1, and you're gonna make money from buying the 2.
Yeah,
technically, like if you're able to move everything.
Well, so here we go.
The question is how aggressive are you on it? If you're doing that, I think you need to come in with like a game plan and make sure that you're doing it. Do you have an eBay going on? Like
TCG.
I'm active in my trades and stuff like that. So like how active are you in trading? What you're doing here is value, not necessarily money in pocket either.
Right.
So it depends on how aggressive you are.
I think we've mentioned this before too, is a really good avenue of doing stuff is you get these commander decks, you sell the big guys. Yeah, that's where you make your money. But how do you get rid of the little stuff? How do you make money off of that? Like Lowry just mentioned, the trading it. Cardsphere is a great place to trade those away. Problem is with Cardsphere, with these in particular, is they pull from Goldfish or whatever, and Goldfish doesn't recognize these like the cards that are in the 99. So these right here, they don't recognize that these are list cards. So you can't put them on Cardsphere to get rid of at this point. But it's been a few months since I checked, so I should check that again. Card Kingdom does. So that is a place that I've dumped a lot of the coin flip stuff. That is a place where
credit or cash.
Right. So that's all the stuff that's under $10. Everything over $10 I try to sell on eBay. Everything under 10 I try to trade away either Cardsphere or Card Kingdom. So those are a couple avenues of getting rid of stuff. You could do TCG at that point too. TCG will have these after a few weeks on there because they'll just have them as list stuff. So the big thing here is, Lowry, does this even interest you? Like, we are kind of cast talking about this. You have a breakpoint of 2. I think this is the most valued deck that we've had with the Secret Lair stuff at this point. But does this even, like, does this interest you at all? I mean, we got a lot of value there.
We do. So one of the things that I've been running into is, so I'm going to say, to answer the question, kind of, because of the value, but my problem is like, there are cards that I definitely like in here, but if I'm using them, I have them.
Right.
And so, you know, oh, good for you. I have enough of these cards.
I wasn't on the page to do it.
Oh,
so I'll do it
good for
anyways.
you.
But if I'm interested in, it's going to be the alt art cards.
Right.
And again, those aren't ones that I'm using. I don't have an angel deck. So if you have an angel deck, I can see you wanting this.
Abukaki just said that he has this angel deck. So there you go.
Right. He might be mad that he's already spent the money to build it.
But now you upgrade it. You bling it out.
Now you're upgrading the art, but I don't know how much he's going to care about that. So, so my problem ends up going is like, do I want to spend $150? If I want to flip it and be aggressive, like we were just discussing, then yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a no brainer, but I don't want to sit down. I just don't want to do that.
Well,
I already have so many trades that I'm trying to send away. It takes me a week to like put up half my trades on Card Kingdom and see if I want to send them or not. Like I'm in that process right now. And so like adding more inventory for me into my trades, because I don't sell on
that's
eBay.
What I was about to say is full disclosure is you don't sell, you trade everything or buy list things away.
And my problem ends up being like, you got to know your weaknesses. And I know that I'll trade up into cards that I want that are expensive. And if I get a few of them or they do a reprint, then I'm like, okay, I'm too stingy to want to trade them.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it's like a doubling season, I have it in my trades, but I don't want to send it to Card Kingdom and I don't want to trade it away. Like, and so it's just going to sit there until it's getting reprinted, you know, and then I'll lose value. And it's like, I'm an idiot, but it's really hard for me to want to sell the bigger priced ones.
Yeah.
And that's just my own fault. Like, and so when I'm looking at this stuff, I'll probably want to keep the expensive stuff that I know that I can move.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everything else is going to be tedious and kind of work for me. Like it just goes into the whole thing, which I already have enough of.
Yeah.
And so, that's what it feels like with pre-cons in general right now, because they're doing so many pre-cons that you're kind of losing value on those normal cards that it used to be 4 pre-cons a year. Now it's like 10.
At least
10 plus.
Yeah.
Right.
It's at least 2%. And then you get these 4 here and 4 from the Lord of the Rings. So there's 8. And that's
we had, and then months. We had 4 from New Fire X or the March of the Machines.
Yeah.
So we've had 12 in the last like 4 months.
Yeah.
And plus Cute to Brute. So we're at 14 in under half a year right now.
But I wouldn't consider these pre-cons because they keep the value. Like these I feel have a lot more value. Like there's more stuff in this. They don't.
And then we go into it as well. Like I agree, the value's there. You're at least breaking even, and plus you have stuff that you know that you can trade or sell or whatever. For me, like I got the flip coin, I got the flip card one, and both of them are, when I got them, I'm like, I only wanted the 5
cards, the
special arts foiled. And after that, I didn't care.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there going like, oh man, I just spent a bunch of money. I could flip some of this stuff in the trades, maybe, but it feels like you're adding work. Overpriced for what I'm wanting to do.
It's adding work into what you're wanting to do. Like you're getting the 5, but then you're having to work at getting rid of or sort the rest of the stuff that you weren't wanting to buy necessarily.
And so then the other tweak is like, just in general, like if you enjoyed and needed to get Commander Masters and the Masters double Masters last year, or Dominaria Remastered. These are all great sets to buy into and get if you don't have the cards.
Right.
Or if you're really into the arts.
Right.
And that's kind of what this is about, is like, can I hold off on getting these arts? Mainly because I don't play with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the flip cards, I love the art. I love this art, but I don't want to pay $150 for that stuff either. I am much happier with the secret layers that come in 4 or 5 for $30 to $40.
Right.
Much happier with them. I'm using them. I see them a lot. Like I'm picking when I'm buying. So I much more enjoy that premium product over this. And for me, I'm probably just going to skip this because it feels like a waste
For what you're doing.
for what I'm doing.
Right.
But again, if you want an angel deck and you haven't started yet, definitely get this.
And if you're financially looking to make some money, I would say get
if you're going to be aggressive on that, I think that's a great avenue as well. And so it's like, if you have always wanted to build a sliver deck, but you didn't want to start from ground zero, go and buy that goddamn deck. It's going to be awesome for you, even at $120 or whatever it's at. But again, like coming back to me and you, we kind of have all the cards that aren't new. We've been around. Again, we've been playing Commander we've been doing this damn podcast for 5.5 years, much less playing Commander for 15 at this point, probably. Whenever it started, the year before, we were
right, the year before that. Yep.
Right. And we've been playing Magic since we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got back into it around Lorwyn. And that's like 06. So
Mamba,
I don't know. This ain't
Jamba is asking what would be the right commander for this deck.
I think it's the reanimate one, Gisela. No, Bruna, I'd say.
Cast a spell, you may return target angel. Yeah, probably. Well, at the beginning you're up, you may, because this just straight up attack. Like,
right. I think Gisela is expensive because it's super efficient and really aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But Bruna is reanimating your angels as you're playing.
Yeah, if you're playing an angel deck, this is the one you want to go with. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that is your point's very valid with everything, and I agree with what you're saying. My part was just, if you're looking for value alone, the commander decks have one of the best value you can get. If you're selling, like that's totally see what you're saying is like this, you get it and it's going into your inventory. And now it's like, okay, I have all these other cards, because you're not getting 2 of them. You're just getting the one. You don't normally get double of things typically, unless you're using them in multiple decks. So then you're just like, okay, what do I, it's like what we do with the commander precons is like, oh my gosh, I have all these cards I already have that I don't use in decks that I already have bulk of. What do I do with all these? And it's more work for you, for somebody that's just wanting a couple cards out of this. And it's too many. You're getting too many cards. Now, too many. Now, if you're trying to sell this is probably one of the better things to buy. Like, this is out of the secret layer stuff. Besides ones where you get, cards that are supposed to be hundreds of dollars, where you get an Atraxa in it and all that stuff. I mean, you just think the main guys in this, the main 5, gets you basically to 180. So it gets you over what you're paying for the entire thing. Problem is, it's $150. So that's more than triple of what a normal secret layer is. So you just have to be able to know where your limits are, how much time you have. Do you really have the time to list all these other cards? Like I mentioned, there's 7 other cards that are over $10, and then you have 8 cards that are between 5 and 10. Do you have that much time to do all that? If you don't, then it might not be worth it for you. And like you mentioned too, if you're making an angel deck, or you want to make an angel deck, here's your opportunity. It's already built for you. It's already pimped out. But financially wise, if you do want to put in the time and all that, this is fantastic. A very good buy. There's a lot of cards that are expensive, which is unlike, not the other ones had expensive cards, but not as many and not as high priced for the other non-special cards.
and with like Shrine of Nykthos,
That's a huge one. Yeah.
and Archangel of Thune, like you have some big hitters in here. I think this is what people expected Commander Masters to be like, where you had some really big hitters and they just kind of missed
For the commander decks, you're saying?
for the Commander decks. Yep. And so maybe, when they're doing it, they're like, oh, that's that $80 price range. And so it's almost like they're getting 3 tiers at this point. You got your standard set, maybe 4 tiers, standard set precons that are pretty mediocre. Not awful if you're brand new to the game, but they're mediocre. Then you have your 4 where they're going to put more new cards in there that once a year. That was from March of the Machines. Those are enjoyable, but they're kind of diminished from the standard set precons.
Yeah.
And then you have your Masters, Dominaria, those. And I don't know where those are at because they're brand new, but they're definitely top tier, but they're just a lot of reprints still. And now you got these Secret Lairs, which is the premium. They're expecting $150 from this. You get a few new arts, apparently 1 card out of 3 decks that is new. And so there's at least tiers into getting quality cards. And the question ends up is like, they need to figure out where they're going to make the most money. That's what they care about. That's what they're trying to do.
Right.
And so for me, I much more, at least with the flip deck, there were those random cards that were foil, like Fabricate or Swiftfoot Boots. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll add that into my collection at least.
That and Lightning Greaves is foil as well in there. And those, I just took out all my other Lightning Greaves, the regular ones, and sent those, and I kept all the foil ones. Yeah, I did like that as well. But
so with this not having the foils, there's only 5 cards that are an art/premium upgrade for me here.
Right. But
I think that is lacking when they're not doing the foils for half the deck.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be all foils, but like half the deck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they did with Flipcoin.
Yeah. Okay. So really quick, we'll wrap this up and we'll get to our last 2 segments. I do want to mention that, okay, again, it was a breakpoint 2, so technically, the value there was $413. I did minus, if you do 15%, that's minus $62. So you're actually looking at, that's eBay stuff. So you're looking at $350. So that's still a breakpoint of 2, plus you got to add shipping and stuff in there. So that just depends on how you do that. But what I did want to mention was it is a limited quantity, and so it will go on sale August 10th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that is 11 a.m. for us. And it is limited print running like the last one. The last one, Acute to Brute, everybody was worried that it was going to get sold out within, minutes. That lasted at least a week, I believe, and then it kind of either they took it down or it actually did sell out. This one has more value, I think. And there is an additional thing here. I don't get this part, but it says, in addition, you'll be able to purchase the special Secret Lair 7 in Heaven bundle for $320, which will include the Secret Lair that's currently going. It has this deck, the Goblin foil and non-foil, the Bad to the Bones foil and non-foil, and then the Artist Series Ryan Alexander Lee foil and non-foil. So they added a little thing in there to get you to buy some of the current Secret Lair, but not all of them. Notice the Lord of the Rings is not in there, which is interesting. Still,
I guess that was smart of them.
The worst fucking Secret Lair drop ever.
You should toss that in for free.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the funny thing, though, is that
that's the hidden. That's the bonus card, which would still be shit.
Yeah. So here's the thought that I don't. Did this come out? This came out yesterday, right?
The news of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this came out on Sunday. It's Monday now. I believe I was charged on my credit card for the Secret Lair that I had already purchased, which is Goblin Squablin and Bad to the Bone, I believe.
You can cancel yours. And
they charged it today, though.
Yeah, but they can refund you, I believe.
Again, all right. I mean, it just seems like weird timing that they would do that and then do this deal.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you at least
But-
wait a, you know,
But you're getting foil, non-foil, so I don't even know if
I wasn't going to do this anyway.
Yeah.
But
So-
I got what I want. I'm
Yeah.
happy with it. So
all right. So that is the secret layer. Let's see if I can get that. It's a secret. All right. I think it's time for Malort, buddy. Because we know what our next,
yeah, you're right.
our next
You're right.
segment is. And I might as well get to it. Stump the Smith Savant, and we will hit that trigger. Oh wait, you got Stump, so this one. It's time for everyone's favorite game show.
I know what it is. I just don't know the name.
All right. It's Malordy, 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 Malordy time.
It sounds very similar to my lordy, my lordy, my lordy time.
No.
The man who bucks hockey. Thank you kindly for your donation. All right. I wish I could breathe fire. And then this would stop.
Ah. You're spitting.
I'm still kind of loogieing from the cold last week.
It's the fucking worst. Okay. If you guys... oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
I
go
feel like the Mad TV lady that was like, I'm 50.
Oh, no, that's SNL, the one that does Superstar. What's her name? But she does.
Oh,
the-
she does.
No,
Okay.
the one that does I'm 50, but then the is the gal that does the Stewart. That's
Yes.
Mad TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It just
Yep, that's Mad TV. I thought you were saying that I'm 50 because that's fuck,
no.
I don't remember what her name is. Anyways,
Shannon? Molly Shannon.
maybe.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds right.
I'm not looking it up, so I will agree with you. All right. If you guys don't know how this game works, I'm going to read the flavor text of a card, and Lowry is going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Every yes, he'll hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no, he'll hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he's considered stumped. He gets up to 3 clues if he can get everything about the card but can't get what the name is. He will get the initials of the card. Hey, stop that. Don't do that to
What?
that mic.
Oh.
He will get the initials of the card. If he still has a clue left, he will get a bonus clue. The card has to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. Lowry's current record is 64-22. He is on a 3-game losing streak.
Yikes.
Currently this week...
This is exactly why we switched over to handing out proxies in the first round.
Yes,
So,
because
we couldn't get the cards quick enough.
the problem with last week was this.
I struggle when I'm sober.
So this week, hopefully,
Called it.
he's had a little bit of the thinking juice that maybe it might help him out here. So we have Matt Sampson is our stumper this
Sampson.
week, and if he wins, he will get the proxy of Nazgul. It's a foil proxy.
You have 9 different arts for that, right?
No. Negative. And then every 3 weeks, if Lowry doesn't get stumped, it feels like that's never going to happen. But we will add a
God.
card to the ante. I have eliminated the chat, so Lowry can't see the chat. Chat can play along to see if they can get the card before Lowry. Here we go. I think that's everything. And
All right.
boom, flavor text. The only thing Zytora desires is more. The only thing Zytora desires is more.
Oh no. Samson, that's a good one. All right. Zia Torah desires is more.
Ziatora. Okay, that's probably better.
I mean, that's how I say it in my head when I'm
yeah.
reading it, so it doesn't,
And by the
Doesn't
way,
matter.
people, you can send, if you have suggestions and everything, you can send it to our email at commandersmiths@gmail.com. Go ahead, Lowry.
I don't know where to place this whatsoever. The only thing that's maybe giving me a hint is the more part, which is kind of feels greedy, and so potentially black is the color of greed and like paying life for resources and more. So is this does this have black color identity?
Wrong.
Oh, trouble. All right, take the first clue, please.
Let's see here. Let me get everything ready here. Okay. Let's see. The art features a chamber that resembles Smog's place of slumber in the lonely mountains, aka piles of
I love gold.
gold.
Can you repeat that, please?
The art features a chamber that resembles Smog's place of slumber in the lonely mountains, aka piles of gold.
Hold on. I think I don't know how that. I think I just gave myself more time. I don't know if that helps me. Can I hear it one more time, please?
I love gold.
No, not that.
The art features a chamber that resembles Smog's place of slumber in the lonely mountains, aka piles of
I love gold.
All right, so I think I have two cards in mind, and they're both same card type. Is it a land?
Whoops, I moved over my buttons.
Wrong.
This one's tough.
Shit.
We're
All right,
giving
so,
away
'cause
proxies like crazy.
It's gonna be 4 in a row. Not so savanty, apparently. All right.
So far, the chat does not know either at this point.
It's okay. The problem that I'm having now is that I thought it was one of two lands, and both of those lands have draw on it, like drawing cards. So, and like wanting more cards totally makes sense for like the only desire you have is more. Does this draw a card of any sort, type?
Wrong.
Wait,
Three wrong.
we're
I'll take a second clue.
we're one.
Jesus.
We're one clue in with 3 wrong. All right. The text features tapping for mana, in a way, charging, and sacrifice for a potential huge 1-turn ramp. Let me read that again. The text features tapping for mana, in a way, charging, and sacrifice for a potential huge 1-turn ramp.
This isn't a land? Because now I just switched over to another land. But I think I have another card in mind as well. I have 3 wrong, right? 3?
Yep.
I'm
only
gonna
thing-
take that last clue just in case, but I
Makes
have
sense.
let me do a couple of things in my mind. This is not part of it. I'm just saying, I think if I had to guess right now, it's red artifact, Streets of New Capenna, 3 in a red. Go.
Okay. This card was first printed in Streets of New Capenna. Is most used in Ashling the Pilgrim.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know that one, I can give you the color of that one.
No, I know Ashley.
Okay. And is in 25,000 EDH rec decks. So
It's in 25.
yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, whoa. But I think it's that number 2 clue with The text features tapping for mana, in a way charging, and sacrifice for potential 1-turn ramp.
All right, so this is 2 in a red CMC.
Hello,
You
boobies.
changed it. That was good. You had 3 in a red. I was like,
Oh, did I say
yeah,
3 in a
you
red?
said
I meant 2 in a red.
Yeah.
All right, it's an artifact
Hello, boobies.
with type treasure.
Oh,
Hello,
he's
boobies.
there. He's there.
It taps for a red.
Yes.
Hello, boobies.
You can I need to get, so I have 3 wrong. I'm on the right track. What does it do?
Let me read the text again.
I mean,
the text features
yeah.
tapping for mana, in a way charging, and sacrifice for a potential 1-turn ramp. Huge ramp. Potential huge ramp for 1 turn.
Yeah, so it's a tap sacrifice ability at the end.
Hello, boobies.
And like for as many counters on it, you get that much red or that much mana.
Hello, boobies.
The only thing you're missing is that second part I told you. The text features tapping for
Yeah.
mana, in a way charging, and you got the sacrifice part. So that part you're all done with. But how does it get its counters? Where does it get the counters? Because you're sacrificing it to give you mana, but how does it give you mana? I feel like you're there, so I feel like I can give it to you.
Right. Well,
the
it's
initials.
like you're putting charge counters on it for, and then that's what you, when you want to sacrifice it, you can. The question ends up being, what were you gonna say?
I think you're there with it. I'm giving you this part because it's weird because you're tapping it for a red, and then you put a stash counter on it when you tap it for a red.
That's what I was. I'll admit I didn't know it was a stash.
That's
counter.
why I said
I was going to
charging.
say charge counter.
That's why I said in a way charging because
Yeah,
it's
that makes
you
sense.
wouldn't get with that. Okay,
that
so
would have been tough.
you're not getting a bonus clue. You only get the initials because you have no clues left. So
Okay. Understood.
the initials are GS. GS. No one in the chat has gotten it, so we got a lot of people stumped here.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Mhm.
Because this was going to go in my Balrog deck because it was kind of like a treasure deck, and since it was a treasure, it was at least in the pile. It didn't make it, but
So let me go through for those people that are listening.
GS.
GS. The only
Okay.
thing Zatora desires is more. The art features a chamber that resembles Smog's place of slumber in the Lonely Mountains, aka piles of.
I love gold.
The text features tapping for mana in a way, charging, and sacrifice potential 1-turn ramp, which Larry got that part. And this card was first printed in Streets of New Capenna, is most used in Ashling the Pilgrim, and is in 25,000 EDH reg decks, which is kind of crazy.
All right. I think.
And our initials are GS.
S. Generous stash.
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
Shit.
wrong.
That's 4 wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Generational wealth. Sorry. GS is not generational or generous stash. Gangsta. No. Ziatora is the Jund legend that and so she sacrifices, draws cards. This is you might get me here. I do not.
I'm impressed that you got I think this is a new one. And I'm impressed that you got everything about the card. Like, you know what the card is. You just don't know the name. It's the whole bit of...
Right. It's the whole bit.
I know what the card is. I just don't know the name.
All right, so...
See if you can get one of the words.
Yeah, let's... So, the problem is that I got confident a little bit, like with the GS. I mean... Am I allowed to ask if I had one of the words right?
You didn't.
Or is that no?
I'm giving you that. You didn't.
Okay.
Neither one.
Neither one.
You got a bonus right there because I think you're done.
I might be done. I think that's acceptable. Generous stash felt so right, but it's so
wrong.
So,
you had the initials right. I'll give you that.
Thanks, but you gave that to me, so.
There we go. The Trav Knights got it.
Nice. I am
Stumped. I should have a button.
Might be
Stumped. Guess one of the letters. Guess one of them. Give me the G. What do you think?
That's what I'm just kind of blanking on both of them now. I've done a lot of wrong answers. There's
now you're rocking back and forth.
Right. I'm trying to generate some juice. I don't want to be 4 times in a row wrong.
Well,
But it's very close to that. It's
Yep, that fingers don't don't help there.
I know. Hold on. It helps me visualize because I know the G word is longer than the short S word. It's da 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 da. That's da da da.
It might be a little bit longer, but not that long. What are we talking about again? I'm pouring my third Malort shot, just so you know, because wait.
All right, I'm gonna just do that while we're waiting. Maybe that helps.
Malort. The cause of what was Homer's thing? It was beer. The solution to and the cause of everybody's problems, or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched The Simpsons. The solution to and the cause of all life's problems. Something. I think that sounds about right. That's Malort.
7 empty bottles.
I'm at 6. This is. Oh, you just finished your 7th right there.
I just finished.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mine will be 7 there. Oh, we're doing it now. All right.
Well, let's just do it. I need the juices.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh.
Oh, here we
Josh.
go. Son of a bitch.
Josh.
Fuck. Ugh.
Didn't help.
It is the worst.
Not helping.
Would it be funny if it like knocked? I don't know why I'm squinting, but it doesn't taste good.
No, it doesn't.
Knocked the words into you. All right, you got to give me something. We're getting down to the wire here. What's the S?
Okay. How about this? I'm done. Give me more hints.
Okay.
I'm done. You got this, Samson.
Congratulations! Oh,
Damn it.
good for you. You got him. You got a Nazgul, foil Nazgul be coming your way, buddy. Okay. So, if I were to tell you the first clue actually gave a little bit of the piles of gold, it's part of the second word. That starts with an S. Piles of gold. When you're hoarding a large amount of something, what is that? What are you doing? Starts with an S and ends with piles. Starts with an S, ends with piles, and you're hoarding a bunch of things. You're like, are you going for more Malort? What are you doing? What are you going back there for? You're going to get the car? You cheater. You found it.
Put it away. I put it away. I don't know. You're not helping me here.
Okay, well, the first word that starts with a G is a synonym for like shiny, bright, glistening. But it's not glistening, but it's
glittering.
There you go. Glittering is the first word. And let's go to the second word. Piles, but starts with an S, and it's hoarding a large amount of things. So my mom came to my house and made me a bunch of doomsday stuff. We pile
a shit pile. Glittering shit pile? Is that what?
Glittering stock pile. A glittering shit pile. That's what we got. We got that in my
basement. All right. God, I knew.
You knew everything. I know that. Wait, this is the truth. It's time for everyone's favorite game show.
I know what it is. I just don't know the name.
That is the true definition on ones like these. That's perfect.
Do we got to change the hashtag? Is that what we need to do? This one I was close on. The other three, I don't think I was close on. Yeah. So I'm.
Congratulations, Matt. You.
Congrats. I don't know if I've hit my head or not.
It's not. You're lacking on your Malort supply, is what's happening. That's what the deal is.
I don't know. We might have to end this game. I'm not good anymore.
Hey,
it's so bad.
Trav Knight was the only one that got it. We didn't get a Renshai get it there. So you there's only one person that got it there, so you're fine. All right, let's get to our last segment.
I'm half tempted to talk shit to Renshai, but I'm not going to. So
what are we doing? We're doing staple versus, so we are over here.
Staple versus,
and we are over here.
Still feels good today.
Round one.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Fight.
I'm putting this on right away, baby.
We have a first. We have a first. Again, last week we had a first with 100% of the voting from Discord going my direction. Yeah. This week we have the exact same percentage from Discord to YouTube, which has never happened. We've never had the exact same. Like, it's not even like 0.001 different. Like, it's the exact same. Where do you think this one shook out? Oh, wait, I see your crown on your head. Yes, Sylvan Library won only 60% of the votes, though. 60.
Really?
Yes, but both.
That's better closer than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, both YouTube and Discord voted exactly 60%. We had a lot of votes, actually. YouTube had quite a bit. So, congratulations. But get ready to lose, because this week, what do we have going on, Larry? You just tell us what's going on here.
All right. Both these cards can destroy all of your, or get rid of all of your opponent's artifacts. Consulate Crackdown is what I'm defending. It's 3 and 2 white for an enchantment. When it ETBs, exile all artifacts your opponents control until Consulate Crackdown leaves the battlefield.
All
That's
right.
a pretty good card.
Sure. Yep. So we're playing a white and red deck. I have Vandalblast.
White and red, at least. Yeah.
Vandalblast is, we all know Vandalblast. It's 1 red sorcery.
Don't do the we all know like everybody plays it. It's not in 250,000 decks.
You're pretty close. It's 238,000 EDH rec decks.
I know it's pretty close, but it's not in 250,000. All right.
Did you research this when you're looking down? You're looking at numbers.
No, I'm researching it right now.
Do you know that yours is only in 1,890 decks?
1,890? You made it sound a lot bigger than
yours.
That's 1,090.
Yours doesn't qualify to be a Stump the Smith Savant, is what yours is. Like, okay, so really quick, Vandalblast, destroy target artifact you don't control. Or Overload, same amount of CMC, but 1 less pip. So you have 1 red and 4 colorless. Destroy every artifact you don't control.
1,000.
1,890.
1,890. Yeah.
238,000 EDH rec decks.
Right. But
Go ahead, sir.
do you know why that is? Why they're in very different categories?
I don't think I need to argue with you on this one. You do your
Oh,
thing.
you think this is that mic drop thing
Yes,
that you
I
can
do.
just do and
I
walk
do.
away?
I think it is.
All right. Here's the thing.
I'm going to sit back here and drink my beer.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Put my
say
legs
that
up.
Vandalblast, not as good as you think.
Oh, are you attacking the other opponent instead of talking about how good your card is? Or is it that
All right.
crappy that you can't talk about how good your card is?
That's a good point. I don't know. All right, we'll go with defending my card at this point. Consulate Crackdown comes down. It exiles all of your opponent's artifacts, right? Doesn't affect yours. Very similar to Vandalblast. That's why Vandalblast is good, right? And so the nice thing is if you just, it gets rid of them. It exiles them. They cannot be reanimated. They can't be blinked. There's no graveyard interactions that can happen with it. And let's say you have Consulate Crackdown in a deck, right? That you can somehow manipulate it. I cannot tell you what white-red deck can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not giving you more hints. I'm not going to just lead you to everywhere. You can imagine things on your own. And if you can do that, you can reset it and also exile more artifacts. Like, if you blink it or if you reanimate it from your deck.
If it leaves the battlefield, what happens?
They come back into play. Correct.
Okay.
But then if you're reanimating it or blinking it, it comes back into play.
So
And then you're taking all the new artifacts with it as well.
What if their artifacts had ETB triggers? So now you're adding more ETB triggers to their stuff?
Right. What are you worried? Are you worried about like a Solemn Simulacrum? Is that what you are afraid of? Which artifacts are you afraid of the ETB?
I'm pretty good right here. You just keep going, buddy.
All right. And so this has
Sorry, Hansel.
this has enchantment benefits. So if you have, there's that red, black, white enchantment deck where you're sacrificing things and bringing them back. That's from Commander Legends.
So
Super popular.
what is it called?
I don't know.
And
It's
now-
super
now-
popular though.
You do this to me all the time. What
But
is it? Can
this
you tell
should
me
be
what
in
that
there?
card is? Or we're just making
No, I
what
can't.
is this? This is fun.
That's all right. But also I want to point out that little symbol underneath, like in the words and stuff like that, that will represent
The little symbol?
a pivotal. It's the Planeswalker part. That's a pivotal point in the story for Kaladesh.
Oh,
right there on that card.
I thought you meant the flavor text, the thing that you can't solve on cards lately. Don't worry.
Fucking
This
shot.
one,
Hey,
this
look,
one won't
attack
be
the
in
card,
there. Don't
not
worry.
me.
This one.
I'm
won't
not a
be in-
man.
this
I'm
one-
not 40.
This one won't be in there, so don't worry. You won't get stumped.
Look.
This
If
doesn't even-
Consulate
this
Crackdown
doesn't
gets
even fit
destroyed,
in- this
you can
doesn't
bring
even-
it back.
Can you? Were you just assuming that the Vandalblast just
I'm
happens?
assuming that people play with some sort of graveyard interaction.
This doesn't.
Like
The Crackdown doesn't even fit in our deck. Our old rules of 5,000 EDH rec decks. That happens with good cards within 5 days of them coming out. This has been out. Aether Flux. This is or not Aether Flux. Aether Revolt. This is.
You're right. I can exile a Aether Bolt Reservoir. Aether
Flux?
whatever. Aether Flux. It's not even a good card. I don't even remember the name of it either.
It's like your Panharmonicon. It's
Right. What happens? What happens if you're trying to do some sort of graveyard tricks with Vandalblast? Nothing. You can kill one artifact.
Why?
Great.
Why?
Because overload has to be from hand.
No, but you bring it back to your hand. It's recursion.
With what? With what?
Recursion.
No. What, in a white-red deck you have recursion?
You added another color earlier.
I didn't. I just said imagine. Imagine that you can do that. You're saying that, yes, you can do that.
I don't need to argue anything. It's Vandalblast.
Big difference there, buddy.
I have. Oh, you got me there.
It's a 5 mana. They're both 5 mana. If you're going to do the good part of it.
I have a 236,000 advantage over you.
Right. Red needs the help. Red's bad. White has so many good options for this. Right.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
I thought you were sitting back because you had this one on the bag, and then you just get defensive. You get red in the face because I'm attacking a red card. Why don't you just put a Vandalblast on your face? And then you'd be like, I'm so mad, I'm gonna beat your artifacts off. That's
Cool story, Hansel.
Look.
This segment should be called Staple versus Nothing. Staple versus Bulk.
Wow. I've had both do really good work. I'm not gonna say that Vandalblast is overrated. I think it's a really good card. But Consulate Crackdown should be used more. It's underrated. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's about
that's what I'm saying.
I'll give you this. And I'm not arguing for anything.
Yes,
I spec'd on this one a long time ago when this set came out.
That's why you're bitter.
And it did not pay out. This one is not good. And needless to say, it is sitting in my box of shame up there on the shelf. I finally took it out of the spec boxes because I was like, this motherfucker's not doing anything. It gets up in the box of shame. It's been way too long, and it is not enough EDH.
All I'm saying is this Staple Versus is going to illuminate the card. It's going to, and people are going to go, you know what, Lowry? You're right. I'm going to vote for your card and go and get a few.
Right.
And then use it.
Hey, Lowry,
in my white-red deck over Vandalblast. I want to try this out. I just want to try it out. I want to see what it is.
Make sure to take note of the flavor text because it might be a Stump the Smith Savant in about 10 years when it finally breaks 10,000. Oh, no, it'll probably be about 15 years before it breaks 10,000. I was thinking 5,000. I was like, yeah, 10 years. That works.
Wow. You're mean.
All right.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Hey, you beat me. You beat me with your Sylvan Library. I couldn't compete. So this was my mic drop one. I was like, I'm not fucking saying anything. All right, you guys.
I'm gonna beat you off. I'll beat you off.
I'm gonna beat you off. Yeah.
Good joke.
That was a good one.
That was a good
All
joke.
right, you guys can vote for this on YouTube on the community tab. You can also, if you're part of the Discord, you can vote there as well. You can double vote, so you can be on both sides. We know where that's going. We'll announce the winners next week.
A double beach off.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I
guess vote for
Thanks for the
Lowry's Crackdown because I feel bad. Oh, look at that. That's Lowry on a can. Lowry on a can. Look at, you can see his face.